Let's get everything all set up. Do. Goodness, that was loud. Get that all squared away. Sorry guys, just setting up the stream. Get that all set up. What's up, Michael? How are you doing, broski? I am just finishing setting up the stream right now. I will be all ready to go in a second. Let's do this. Techno's still fine. You know, it was overperforming. The bullet builds were, you know, they thought the bullet builds were doing too good and too easily, so they, you know, took them down a few pegs. But you can still climb to CT15. You can still farm CT15 just fine. You know, and a lot of the anomaly power builds that people thought weren't good are actually really good. So it really just, I don't think it's too big of a deal. Are they going to make changes? Most likely, you know, but I just think it's not the, you know, it's not the end of the world. And that's kind of the whole reason why I started making these like budget builds and everything, so that people can climb and see that you don't need any legendaries, you don't need any tier 3s or anything like that in order to actually like progress in this game. What do you think? I think that they I agree with you. I think, well, I think balance changes need to happen. And they said that the balance team is different from the team that works on the rest of the issues, you know? But I feel as though their timing was very poor, right? Like, if they had gone about it in a different way, I don't think people would have made such a big deal, right? But because they, you know, because of all the other issues, adding the nerfs on top of it just kind of made the community do a quick 180 and just turn on them, you know? And I think that just adding in a couple of buffs or, you know, some other quality of life things to those balance changes would have made a world of difference. I don't think anybody would be nearly as upset, you know, if they had gone and nerfed bullet builds but increased, you know, anomaly mods like by 20%. And I don't think people would think it's a big deal if they had done the nerfs that they did, but there weren't as many server issues. You know, but some of the nerfs are like a little bit on the questionable side. And I'm not just saying like from a what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not just saying it from like a like a bullet build perspective. I'm saying it just like I think the chem plant and the boomtown timer nerfs were not necessarily needed. You know, I do think that just makes it harder on people that don't have gear already. And it doesn't do anything to help build diversity. You know, people weren't running those levels because like it was easier, right? People were running Boomtown anyway because it was easier. People were running it because it hey, what's up, Mayo? People were running it because it's fast once you actually have gear. But people are doing it so fast that they could not nerf the timer enough that it would matter to the people that are already running it fast. Chem plant was super safe, and I kind of get it. But the Boomtown change is just kind of like just very weird choice, in my opinion. That should be okay for... Nope, that's a bad pin. Gosh darn it. Hold on, sorry. I'm trying to set up this... Gotta get these stupid pins out of the way. Let's do this. Alright, that should be good. We'll pin that if anybody needs to look at any builds. But how's everybody else doing today? Just doing a pretty chill stream today. We did just drop a Technomancer budget build, if anybody wants to look at that. Okay, now we're good. Cool, cool, cool. Sorry, I wasn't looking. In the state of the game, nothing has been game breaking. Issues. No build has really been game breaking. I can get balancing. On to CT15 on AP Techno today. It's fun but pretty weak. Hell yeah, I'm gonna watch Mortal Kombat, bro. That's out tomorrow, right? Dude, I'm all about Mortal Kombat. I'm not fucking good at fighting games, but Mortal Kombat, I buy every single Mortal Kombat game, dude. Every single one. Let's do Chem Plant. Yeah. But I mean, there's some builds that are really, really powerful. Definitely. But you should feel powerful at a certain point, right? And there's gonna be ones that are way above and beyond. Like, I think this build is probably too powerful. But should there be nerfs? Absolutely not. It's like, when you put in the time to farm it, you know, it's not a live service game, there's no PvP. Let people just enjoy their broken builds. Yeah, I was thinking about doing an AP Techno climb, but it's a real beast, man. Not trying to make that thing work is not something I'm really looking forward to, I'll be honest. Same thing with that should kill everybody, cool. No idea how that guy back there lived, but it's okay. But yeah, I mean, fighting games, like, I can only be good at so many different kinds of games at a time. Fighting games just require a totally different skill set, you know? It's like, if I start practicing fighting games, I'm gonna suck at shooters. That's my general opinion. Whoops. Whoops. Awkward reload. Did a really bad job killing this captain. Whoops. But how did you go about climbing with the AP Techno? Did you just go minigun, or did you go tier 3s and shit too? I'm guessing. I'm guessing you're not a glutton for punishment like I am.
Shira, there's an elevator in this lab.
Facility.
missing is some elevator music.
Whoops, forgot to shoot the door.
That switch should disable
Can't tell if I'm just playing sloppy or focus on shrapnel and pain launcher. It's OP to climb with. You get to CT12 and it suddenly gets way harder. Can't stand shrapnel grenade. I'd have to find some way to make a minigun or rocket build work. CT12 had used Fortress try minigun, but doesn't benefit from Fortress and it's so slow. Time trial, it's stupid. Yeah. That's the problem. I really don't understand why they make it so it moves you so slow. Doesn't make a ton of sense. Whoa, easy, easy, easy. Playing this run really bad. Basically just died there.
Shira, about those energy spikes?
Yikes.
Seems surgeons have a functioning power cell down
Wait,
here.
but Tool of Destruction doesn't benefit from Fortress? How does that work?
I'll see if Zahidi can't take a look at it. And I found a pod down here.
You saved some lives today.
Seems like it should.
I would expect nothing less from you.
Oh, what's up, Salvador? You got the Akari chest piece. Just need the waist. Nice, man. That's awesome. Hey, we got another high roller. Dope. Those Akari pieces, dude. They help so much. So friggin' much. If you can get the legs, chest, and head, solid. Some people like to go to the boots because of the cooldown reduction, but I'd rather have the AP. Cooldowns are short enough as it is. Is that how instead of Fortress Gun? Oh, really? That's how it works, huh? They straight up don't even classify it as like a... So they actually count Tool of Destruction as being the weapon that's out and not whatever you have equipped. I mean, I guess that makes sense just from a weapon mod perspective, but... I've come to the conclusion that what, Black Fang?
Right about that hum. My teeth are chattering from the vibration. Strange structure. Some kind of switch over there.
I want to solo X, but I can't. My gear is up to level, but I feel so underpowered. Any tips you can show me or help me understand? A choice to make. What build are you running, broski? You got a bunch of builds on the channel with, and in the description with no legendaries or tier 3s needed, anything like that. But if you don't want to look at those, then you just tell me what build you're running. Can usually help out. $94.5K Black Fang. Yeah, sorry, buddy. I had a feeling it was not 390. It's probably 376, if I had to guess. No, Mayo, that makes sense if it's being used like that. I mean, if you really think about it, right? Otherwise, you'd be able to run, like, minigun with killing spree. Like a trickster. And where are you stuck? Are you dying too much? Are you not doing enough damage? What skills are you using? Are you top tree? Are you anomaly power? Trickster's is the last one I have to do. I think I have a build for it, but I recorded a video today already, so I was just gonna hop on and play for a bit instead of doing the Trickster one today. But once the Trickster one's done, should be all set. But we did get Trickster up to, what do you call it? CT15 last week. If you want to check out that VOD, you can, just to see how I was playing it. But I see you only running Pyro, but I have a DPS Trickster going on right now. Yeah, I mean, I'm running Pyro right now for farming, but I've got all the classes CT15 like multiple times over now. So if you just tell me what kind of build, if you're going like a bullet build top tree, are you doing like hunt the prey and nothing else? Are you doing hunt the prey and borrow time? What challenge tier? All that kind of stuff helps out. CT14. Can't get the Ugaki helmet for my Trickster 180 powers. Played no death shield either. Stuck at CT15. I mean, it's hard to be stuck at CT15, right? Because that's literally the highest you can go. But it took me, I mean, look, I'm at almost 1,000 expeditions. I've got almost 12 days played on this account, and I just got my death shield 2 days ago. I was 44 out of 46 legendaries, and that was one of them. So don't lose hope. Not outputting enough damage at all. I'm dying way too fast. I'm T15, but that was me playing with randoms, and half the time I only did 60 damage. Oh, stuck at CT14. Kiplin, have you run the place we're running right now? Arcways of Enoch? Arcways of Enoch is a really easy CT14 gold. So if you're struggling with the timers, if you're just dying too much, you're not doing enough damage, Arcways is a really... I mean, the timer is just, like, super, super forgiving for Arcways. So if you haven't tried that yet, Keplin, I would give that a go. Hunt the Prey Vendor's Knife. So the way I did my Trickster, getting him to CT15, was I didn't use Venator's Knife at all. I used a tactical assault rifle. I did Hunt the Prey, and I did Borrowed Time with Twisted Rounds.
I need to hurry.
And basically what that lets you do is constantly be moving around, constantly be getting your shield back, but it also Borrowed Time makes you basically invincible. So you can just teleport out whenever you feel like it. The problem with Venators that I don't really care for is you're getting nice burst and you're getting that weapon damage proc. but it's just a different play style. Borrowed Time is so good in terms of survivability and everything that I would highly recommend trying to switch your build to Borrowed Time if you're really struggling. Dang it, I had my death shield out like an idiot. Whoopsie. And I will answer your questions right after this run. I'm just chilling. Ooh. I don't know how I like this build with running arcways. Where's the other brood mother? Oh, don't want to go over there. Oopsie. Okay, sorry. Let me check. So, Anomaly Echo worth using on which class? Anomaly Echo, like, if you look at this, right? Like when you're using the waste class of Akari on Pyromancer, Anomaly Echo is worth it because the other option that you're going to replace is 10 times worse than Anomaly Echo. At least you get something out of Anomaly Echo. But in general, most of the pure Anomaly mods, they just suck. There's only like 2 of them that actually just like work, and then the other ones just only give you like a little bit of Anomaly power. Skill Leech and Status Power is basically the same, honestly. It's basically the same stat weight. It just kind of depends on your build. You get a ton, like, depending on what like, if you're running mid-tree, you get a ton of Skill Leech from the tree. Any additional Skill Leech is just nice, but, like, there's no reason to go Skill Leech over Status Power one way or the other. It doesn't make a difference. Status Power will give you more damage with your burns, which for some builds is super useful. So I don't know. That's just that's my opinion on it. Started playing PoE again today, huh, Aegis? I need to download it, my friend. I need to download it. You don't think you're getting anything back with restoration, huh? Okay, so but yeah, choices to make if you're still in the chat. Borrowed Time. You toss on the 100% duration Borrowed Time mod. you go and you change the top of your skill tree. You remove the thing that requires you to get like deception, to use your deception skill in order to activate the damage bonus, and you just put it into other damage stats. There's plenty of them up in the Trickster top tree. You make sure you reduce all of your movement ability cooldowns. You take all the movement cooldown nodes. And then basically what you end up getting is like borrowed time on like a 7-second cooldown, hunt the prey on like a 6-second cooldown, but borrowed time lasts for like legit a minute. You just pop borrowed time, you go into a room, you start mowing stuff down. When you see like a high value target, you know, like an elite or something, you go, you pop hunt the prey on it, you run the hunt the prey mod that turns them vulnerable. I mean, it's up to you, but I think it's kind of useful. And then because you're behind them, you're going to do 20% extra damage with top tree, and you're just going to absolutely nuke the crap out of anything. I use tactical rifle because I really like tactical rifles and it's easy to get a god roll one. But some people like shotguns. I just think the damage is very different. It's a different damage profile. You know, then you just, I would use emergency stance if you're struggling to stay alive, because there's zero reason not to use emergency stance right now. I don't care if people think it's bugged or it is bugged. If you're struggling to climb, toss on emergency stance. It's easily the best defensive mod. Use it while you can, because you know that there's a chance if it is bugged, they're going to bug fix it or nerf it. So get while the getting's good. Get to CT15, get those legendaries, like have fun with the game. Like screw anybody that thinks otherwise, you know? Can you show me the Trickster build? Choices to make. If you just go to my channel, go to the VODs of like all the, you know, the different climbs and stuff we did, and just go to the one for Trickster, and you can go and see it. Otherwise, I'll have a build video out for it in a CT15 clear with no tier 3s and no legendary mods. But it's pretty straightforward once you actually go and look at it. And then it just comes down to execution. I would use Arcways of Enoch, you know. Now we got an Anemoy, so we can go and slap on... Actually, I guess I can't slap on Fortress because I don't have another Death Shield. Dang it. That's okay, though. Do I do it anyway? No. Hey, no problem, choices, dude. And if that doesn't help, like, just come back and ask. Like, real talk. Like, I'll do some more Trickster stuff later. I'm going just on vacation for a day tomorrow, so I probably won't upload anything or you know, like that tomorrow. But you know, over the weekend I'll probably just go and do a no tier 3, no legendary Trickster run on CT15, just so that we have every single class covered. But my Trickster's already CT15, and so I'll just remove some of the tier 3 stuff and see how we do there. But I'm telling you, borrowed time is a game changer. Borrowed time makes a huge difference. You pop it before you go into a room, and if you are ever not safe or anything like that, you just pop it and get right the fuck back out. You know? Try not to drop twisted rounds. Try not to, you know, try to just keep killing. If you don't know how to do infinite twisted rounds, you can do it with, like, you can do it with Vein Ripper and Vampiric Mag. You can go and, that's what I would suggest. If you have the tier 3 ammo bargain mod, then go for it. I don't have it. It's because I haven't really been farming on Trickster. But it's really solid. Loving this Pyro gameplay. I think we're going to level 1 next. Yeah, Pyro. We got a budget Pyro build on the channel too. It's super easy to do all the way up to CT15, and then this is like the end game product, right? This is like the goal so that you can just clear out whole rooms. But the other Pyro build works just as well at CT15. But this one just allows us to clear, like, super fast. But you really need all of the, you really need all the mods if you're going to do this one. Because it can be a little tricky. Definitely not as survivable. You're not nearly as tanky. My solar power uses all explosives, so skill life wage is better suited for this than status power. I don't know, I still think status power is really good. Pyro does so much burn damage. It's crazy. But I also wouldn't run overheat on any build that isn't this endgame one, because overheat takes away a lot of that. I do want to make an eruption one though. Ooh, how did I screw that up? Hold on. Let's retry this. Oh, that's why. I had the wrong weapon out. Build to save my climb, dude. That's good. Dude, it's just a solid build. Mid-tree Pyro is like insanely good. Super safe. Good damage. Everything about it is just nasty. You get like 50% more health. Can't say enough good things about it. When you get Akari, you can go and run Akari with it and have zero problems. It's just nasty. Really is. Alright, so let's try and time this correctly so that when these other guys, actually they haven't come out yet, huh? Ooh, oh damn. Thought that was gonna kill them all. That's rough. Little on the awkward side, but that's okay. But man, in that budget Pyro build, dude, twice as hot. Like, I cannot overstate enough how good the twice as hot mod is on Pyro. It's so insane. With the exception of running an overheat build, the twice as hot mod is just so good. It gives you so much, like, it just gives you such an insane amount of damage. It's unbelievable. Really is. Clearing this room out a little on the slow side. That's okay. That was weird. Didn't get the master consumer off. I don't know how I'm messing that up. Really, we just want... If we can get one more death shield, we'll be straight. Be super solid. Climbing with my bro, we had a CT15, but my damage was never great, and then I couldn't solo anything because my damage got scaled down and everything else. Just couldn't kill anything. Yeah, that's rough, dude. I really haven't dealt with the downscaling myself, but man, that has been like a major problem for so many people. And I just whiffed all of my fires. A little rusty. That. If we can hit all of these guys. I think the maximum for Akari is 6. So if you can usually just hit 6 people, you should be getting the solid damage bonus. This isn't going to beat our fastest run by any standard. But we're answering questions, so it's fine. Shit. Mistimed that Ash Blast. I really want to go and make a Beyblade build, but man, I just every time I see footage of one, I just get depressed. Just don't. It's cool. It's so cool,
Damn it.
and that's a build I really want to make, but I feel like it's just not great, to be honest. I just feel like it's not that great. Keep switching away from Death Shield like a goofball.
All I'm missing is some elevator music.
Like, I really wish Cyclone Blade did a lot more damage. Cyclone Slice did a lot more damage.
Whatever that thing is, that's switching.
Temporal Slice. Like, I'd love to make a no legendary, no tier 3 AP Trickster. And I'm sure I could. But the optimal version is definitely with those legendaries. I don't really feel like farming on my Trickster like I farmed on my Pyro.
You saved some lives today, Outlander. I would expect nothing less from you.
Jeez, we're not even gonna get sub 6 minutes here. Little on the rough side. Wonder if I can kill that guy with just one Ash Blast and one Heat Wave. No, he needs two. Well, we did it for science. That's what matters. Hey, thanks, Steve. I hope they help you out, man. Hope they do. We got the Techno one out today, and hopefully you should have the Trickster one out in the next couple days. Just taking a little break from the budget builds, that's all. God, we went real slow this run, huh? Let's see another Death Shield, man. Come on, toss me another Death Shield. Be nice. Damascus. Dang. It's rough. Rough. 2 useless Legos. Going destined straight for the trash can, huh? Oh dang, we got a follow on Twitch. I didn't realize. Thanks, Chang Wang. Appreciate it, man. Those Twitch follows are much appreciated. I need to get my average viewers up a little bit, and then I am a Twitch affiliate. So that would be pretty dang dope, if I do say so myself. Sure, been only playing on Dev, but just started loving the Pyro after seeing that video. Yeah, dude, man, Pyro is so much fun. I mean, Dev is too, you know? But right now, the stigma for Devastators is a little bit rough, especially when you're trying to play online. I mean, I really haven't messed around in co-op at all, but from all the devs that like to hang out in the chat, they basically tell me they get booted all the time, which is unfortunate because Devastators are really nasty. But Pyro has so many different build paths. You can go an eruption build, you can go an explosive overheat build like I'm doing. You can go mid-tree for when you're climbing. You can go mid-tree when you're CT15. I mean, like, there's just so many ways of playing it. And you can even go bullet build. It's just really fun. Tired of getting kicked. I understand, man. I understand. I can't relate because I just don't do co-op, but don't worry, they're going to put in safeguards for it. I guarantee you. Guarantee you, that first quality of life pass, man. They are going to go and start punishing people for doing that. Especially the people who kick when it's like you've already completed it and you're about to go pick up the drop pod. That's just straight douchebag behavior. I don't really want to run any of those. But Dev's another one. So many cool builds, so many different build paths, and they're solid. But when you have the community all going out and saying that, you know, unless you get X, Y, and Z, wow, we cannot get any of the maps we want, huh? You know, unless you're playing X, Y, and Z, you're not going to be able to hang out in the group with everybody else. It's just like, ugh. That's why we're dropping the budget builds, man. We're trying to change that system. Chem plan is an option. You go to lobby and reload what you're looking for. Yeah, if anything, if you don't want to run anything, you can always rotate out. You can either go into the mission and just exit, or you can just go and leave the lobby and go back in. It's a hotly debated topic on this channel whether or not which one is faster. I think it probably depends on what you're playing on. I'm playing on a Series X, so it kind of feels like just leaving the lobby is faster, but yeah, especially when you're climbing. Like, I'm never going to go and touch Frontline when I'm climbing. I'm never going to touch Paxi and Homestead even when I'm not climbing. You know, so we just leave and go back in. Usually it cycles through immediately, but we've now gone 5 in a row without any maps that I actually feel like playing. So, yeah, I mean, really, especially when you're climbing, just pick one map that you really like and just run it until the wheels fall off. You know? Like, I feel like playing Boomtown right now, so I don't really feel like doing the other ones. Boomtown is just such a quick map, and so is Chemplant. Especially when I'm playing like well. If I'm not playing well, then Boomtown sucks, but it's a quick run regardless. Just make sure, do I have everything on that I usually run? $170K. See, I'd love to run a Lava Lich build too. That'd be pretty cool. Branded mod on thermal bombs, really nice. See, Waistcloth of Akari comes with irradiation wave. And that's why we drop a radiation wave for Anomaly Echo. Anomaly Echo is not that great. I mean, it's literally 11,000 anomaly power, which is absolutely nothing. But in comparison to a radiation wave, it's much more useful. And we still have some fat to trim on this build, too. Like, I don't know how much work Captain Hunter's really doing, but this build, the slowdown occurs when you're running into elites. And I don't have double death shield, or I'm not running Moaning Winds, so you lose out in that regard. But other than that, it's really fun to just watch the entire map pop. Should be able to kill him later. I hope. Now we wait for these laggy guys to come down. Cool. This room's always a guaranteed time waster. What's up, G-Phil? How are you doing, man? Grind's going solid, bro. Grind's going solid. Just going for another death shield, basically. Dropped a budget Technomancer build today. Hopefully that'll help some people out. But other than that, we're just chilling. How about yourself? What are you farming for, my friend? Actually making pretty solid time here. We could beat our personal best if I don't die to the boss. Depends on how risky I play it. Make sure our weapons are reloaded. Ideally, we hit 6 of these guys right now. Would really like to get like a 3-minute and 30 run. That'd be nice. It's a little tough on console. Not gonna front. Oh, gee. Three and 344. Not terrible. Thing of taking off Captain seems like it doesn't help too much. What you think? Seismic helmet and death shield. What are you with what build? I like Captain Hunter just for builds that really need help with killing elites. You know, like this build, pop in the whole room, no problem. But with the elites, it's a little bit more of a slog. So sometimes it's just nice to have that extra 25%, because it's like, what else am I going to use it on? Like, there's not much else, like, that I need to do other than just kill elites faster. Everything else just falls over. Going back to on Devastator farm a bit tonight. Running out of resources, my guy. Like, what would I put in place of that? Place a Captain Hunter? Like, I don't even know. Like, maybe, like, does Phoenix Force even work, though? Increased by 48k. The damage to enemies that their status is consumed by the skill. Pants on fire might be okay. I don't know. Like, I feel like Phoenix Force, Sunburnt, Pants on fire. I don't know. Increase anomaly power by 50% of resistance pierce. How much resistance pierce do we get in this? So it's 7% anomaly power increase. That's not worth it. Like, maybe if you're going mid-tree. If you're going mid-tree, then that would probably be solid because you're getting 45%, which would now amount to like a constant 12% anomaly power increase. It would be pretty solid. I don't know, I could try without Captain Hunter. I just feel like, in terms of nuking the bosses, probably better than just... Like, I feel like that's... I think his Pants on Fire any good? Air of the Desert, nice, man. Need Shadow Comet, Air of the Desert. They still haven't dropped. Rough. I love Shadow Comet. I love it. I know Moaning Winds is probably the more optimal DPS solution, but I just don't like that playstyle that much. But I don't know. Maybe it'll help me kill the enemies faster if I run that instead. We'll pop a Shadow Comet onto it. Let's try that. Man, I don't know why. Dude, I don't yawn at all day, and then I'm rocking the seismic set. My main DPS is Moaning Winds and Earthquake. I don't know. Here's the deal, though, right? Moaning Winds does a lot of damage. Honestly, like, realistically speaking, the higher... Well, I guess it doesn't really matter in the long run, but, like, if you're hitting stuff and your main damage source is... Goodness, a fat number, like Moaning Winds is, then it could be beneficial to run Captain Hunter because then it's I'm pretty sure Moaning Winds benefits from Captain Hunter, which means that fat damage number is going to be even fatter. You want my Pyro gear right now? Choices to make? It's in my Pyro build, but this is basically what we're running right now. But all right, let's see. What did we get? What did we get here? Try Boomtown again. See how it is with Moaning Winds. The budget one is just go to the video, bro. There's a whole video on it. I'm not gonna switch to my other character. You know? That's on a totally different Pyromancer, man. That I made just for the budget build, you know? The hell, did that guy not die? Oh, he fucking phoenixed himself. That's rough. Well, that just about killed my speed run. Yeah, that really hurt. Damn. Almost want to start over. Hey, thanks, Mr. Boba Jango. How are you doing, bud? Do you think Fortress and Shadow Comet better, or Moaning Winds and Scrap Grenade? I think Fortress and Moaning Winds is probably the highest DPS option. I just don't care for Scrap Grenade. I think you spend a lot of time. What's the word I'm looking for? Oh my gosh, every single one of these guys is using From the Ashes. That's actually hilarious. That just nukes, that just murders my whole time. That's great. Never seen anything like it. But yeah, I think Scrap Grenade just takes way too long. I'd rather be rotating through abilities than reloading one weapon over and over again, you know? That's just my opinion, though. That's honestly why I don't like Moaning Winds that much, is because the cooldown on Moaning Winds is so much longer than it is for like Shadow Comet and stuff like that. Like, I can't switch back and forth like that quickly, in my opinion. So I'd rather have Fortress and Shadow Comet on all my guns, if I'm being honest. Jeez, what an awful time we're getting here.
What the hell is that?
No, I'm not 20 seconds behind. I'm a full minute behind my last run. Which is fine, you know, we're not going for mega speed runs, but usually, you know, at least try to improve it every single run, you know what I mean? The last run we were at 211 when we opened that door. I really don't like Moaning Winds that much either, but that's 3 dudes in a row. Imagine if we were in like some kind of speedrunning tournament and every single captain I went up against used friggin' From the Ashes on himself. Like, that's too funny. Oh my gosh, I'm so low too. That was hilarious. If if the boss does that, or one of his buddies does that, like, I'm just dead. Let's try and line these guys up at least. That wasn't good. Such a slow boomtown time. Holy moly. That was so funny. Oh yeah, sorry, Steve. I guess I'm looking at the chat, not exactly when the time is happening, right? So that was just that was a really funny run. Every single dude, like from the ashes, from the ashes, from the ashes. Oh, too good.
Come from anyway.
They were insurgents. Defected to our side months ago.
You know what I mean, G-Phil? Like, that's what it comes down to, is just how you like to play. Like, Mayo likes using Moaning Winds, you know, and switching through all of his weapons. But he's on PC, so switching weapons while it's all reloading and doing abilities is not as difficult. I mean, console, it's not difficult, but it's just an extra button press, whereas on PC you can just scroll your mouse. So I'm not as big a fan. Whereas if I'm running, you know, if I'm running Shadow Comet or something else. Hey, buddy, good boy. Lay down. You know, it at least allows me to rotate, shoot, rotate, shoot, rotate, shoot. Ideally, we'd have Fortress on everything, but I don't have it yet, so that's the shitty part. Got to get Fortress on another dude. Gonna run a Boomtown controller with Moaning Winds and see what it's like. It's not like it's horrible. I just don't like it. I don't like having to reload. I like swapping, shooting, swapping, shooting, swapping, shooting, rather than swapping, reloading. The shooting mechanism doesn't seem to have as long of a cooldown as the reload does. I can just kind of pound out Shadow Comets.
I got something I need a hand with.
It's especially helpful when stuff's at range and I just need to pick it off real quick. You know? I do kind of like the Wicker, because the Wicker makes it so I can get that Master Consumer proc off on stuff even when Ash Blast is on cooldown, which is kind of nice. Even though the Wicker is just a garbage gun. We didn't kill him? Oh boy. It's another bad run. Yikes. Not too far behind. Pyro the best for speedrunning? Oh yeah. For sure. Dude, if you're on PC and you have like an optimal setup, you should be able to get 3 minutes. 3 minutes 20. Like no problem. God, I keep using the friggin'... I need to get Fortress on everything because I keep accidentally fucking up. At least today anyway. And using Wicker on instead of Death Shield, which is huge DPS loss. But it's like, you know, people thought that Like, the reason why devs are getting booted from parties and stuff is because everybody just assumed, hey, week 1, Technomancers are speed running endgame easily, like, they're gonna be the best one. And it's like, if you can show me a Technomancer that can clear Boomtown in 3 minutes, then I'll agree with you, but it's really hard for anything to compete with this. Like, it's really hard. Like, I'm playing it suboptimally and we're still getting 4-minute runs. You know? Like, what else can compete with that? What else can compete with... Like, you don't have to look at 90% of the enemies that spawn in any given room, right? Like, you literally just have to go and, like, focus on the elites. Everything else just dies by accident. Bro does about 200 per run on his dev and can't be killed. That's cool.
Like I've wandered into some maniac's idea of a party. Oh, look at that. There's fun here.
But it's just like any bullet build, no matter how good you are, you're gonna have to go and look at all the enemies. Right? So it's like, what do? You know? Let's try and get everybody in this. There's just, I mean, I'm not even like running it optimally right now. I am being mega sloppy and we're still getting 4 minutes. You know, chem plant getting like 6-minute runs, 5-minute runs.
Care of. Your path is clear.
If you're running a bullet build, you have to look at stuff.
They were insurgents.
Like, that's the problem. You have to go into a room and aim. And that takes time. Oh, did I just lose audio? Can you still hear it in the stream is the question. It looks like it's still there in the stream. Why did I lose audio? There we go. Much better. What armor piece does Master Consumer drop from again? Actually, I probably have an extra on me. Let me see. Thought it was like from some legs or some boots. I don't know. Can't remember, sorry. Drops from something legendary, I can tell you that much. Oh, I probably had a ton. My stash is probably filled to the brim right now with garbage. Oh no, that's good. I'm moving to Pyro. So you can throw this together and still have a good clear? No, for this, when I say I'm playing it sloppy, I mean like I'm just fucking up, or I'm not paying attention, or I'm doing stuff wrong. But like in order to do this overheat like Ash Blast build, like you gotta have the tier 3s, you gotta have the legendaries like set up. Like maybe not for the weapons, but for the armor pieces, like there I go into it a little bit more in depth in like my pyro guide below the end game one, but it's like you gotta have three-piece Akari, like bare minimum. You have to have detonator, you gotta have master consumer. Like you want all of these different damage mods. You know, like detonator decreases skill cooldown of overheat by 50%, like mandatory, right? Like master consumer, mandatory. Akari set, mandatory. I would argue Fortress is mandatory. I was still running it before I had Fortress, but it increases your damage so much. Like the problem with overheat builds in general, right, is like the mid tree build. If you have three-piece Akari and nothing else, mid tree going into top, like the budget build, just crushes everything, right? But like if you have like totally min max stuff, overheat build, you're just able to speed clear a lot faster. You sacrifice survivability. You're not anywhere near as tanky, right? And like your skill cooldowns aren't as low as this one, but you're able to clear rooms like super fast. Triple moaning wins on controller. It's just like it's just weird. Like I don't. It's extra button presses that I don't like, you know. But if you Jonai, if you go and you look the budget pyro build, like the anomaly one, that one is super solid and it's super chill if you don't like running your top tree firepower build. Right? Like my first time taking pyro to CT15, I ran volcanic rounds just because I had run techno volcanic rounds and trickster not volcanic rounds, sorry, techno blighted rounds and trickster twisted rounds, and I was just like in that, you know, gun vibe. But climbing and farming as mid-tree anomaly pyro is just fun. Like your skills are never on cooldown. It's just super chill. You know? Super, super chill. And it's still super safe. It's just nice to like delete rooms and stuff, you know, especially if you got three-piece Akari set. But it's just like with the overheat build, you need detonator, you need master consumer, you need to have three-piece Akari. You want to have mostly like, you know, cooldown reduction, whatever. It makes a big difference. You don't have to run emergency stance if you don't want to, but there's just no reason not to, in my opinion. Hey, no problem, dude. No problem at all. That's what it's all about. We're trying to get people to have fun farming easier, you know? It's just a chill way of playing. And I mean, I could literally, even the way my current build is, I could basically slap on one mod, switch all my skills, and run mid-tree and just clear totally fine. Like it's a super chill build. It's not going to be as fast, but it's uber safe. Uber safe. Actually, why don't I do that now? Why don't I just switch it up? Hold on, let me just make sure I remember what I rolled technically answer on release. It's all min-max at the moment on the cure, so I want to try out Pyro. Oh, I hear you, dude. I hear you. After playing techno for so long, it just came down to, like, damn, like, I want to go and use some skills. But if you'll remember, I mean, actually, you guys probably won't remember, but, like, theory crafting wise, everybody was like, oh, Pyro is like garbage. Anomaly skills are garbage. Like, it's the worst class in the game. It's trash. And it's like, nobody can touch Pyro in terms of speedrunning. Like, nobody even comes close. At least to my knowledge. I just don't see how they could. You don't have to look at the screen. Like, you don't have to go and look at any of the enemies. There's no such thing as a straggler. It's literally you press Ash Blast, you press Overheat, you heat wave like 6 people, and the whole map dies. Like, how can another build compete with that? They just can't. It's basically impossible. Sorry, guys. Before I go and deconstruct my build, I just want to make sure that I actually have... I remember where I put all my stuff. Even though, I mean, I have screen recordings of it. I only have 19 million hours of screen recordings of it, but just for my own sake, yeah, everything else can pretty much stay. Okay, so let's see. So we don't run Ash Blast, we don't run this. We go and rerun Phaser Beam, and we'll go and slap on Feed the Flames. Remove that. We go mid-tree. Jeez, what did I do for that build? Hold up, sorry. Let me just remember what my own build is real quick. So funny. Where's my budget pyro? There it is. The heck? Ah. Is my link broken? What the frig? Dang, I think my link might be broken. That's rough. Awkward. Okay, regardless. Ah, there we go. Now I remember. Okay. So we go bottom, we go this. Pick up the cooldowns because cooldowns are dope. Burn, inflict on enemies, deal more damage because we don't want the tank. We don't need that extra tankiness. We go up top here so that we can get hot situation. That's always nice. Increase weapon damage and anomaly power. Distant flame. We take unquenchable for more skill leech. We take this. This will give us more armor even though we really don't need it. We take both of these, we go that, and that is mid-tree. Everything else is solid. Captain Hunter we can just leave on there. That's fine. That's fine. Master Consumer, we replace it with twice as hot because twice as hot is fucking insane, especially with this build. Emergency stance, untamed power. I would rather... I'd rather have a third heat wave, TBH. So my cooldown's like 5.5 seconds. Only 2 heat waves is a bummer. Whatever, we'll just run it. Who gives a shit? Sure, it'll be fine anyway. We'll just do an arc ways. Super chill build. Random 95k firepower, tactical AR, and his bone strap, and so all that DLC farm was pointless. That's dope, dude. What's up, Beast? How are you doing today, man? God, I swear. Dude, I really gotta change up the angle on this camera. When the way that the light is hitting my hair, it makes it look like I have so many bald spots for some reason. It's crazy. Just the angle of my hair is like lining up perfectly with the angle of this camera. It's making me look so goofy.
Tiago was right about that hum. My teeth are chattering from the vibration. Strange structure. Some kind of switch.
I wonder if I should have just dropped the Captain Hunter for the extra heat wave. I don't know. Extra heat wave is super nice. But it's like, who cares? can't nuke entire rooms with this build, but we can come pretty close. And our skill leech is ridiculous. I wonder if twice as hot is going to be our highest damage source here. I really rarely have to shoot my gun because everything's off cooldown so fast. It's almost a waste. I wish I was running the fatter phaser beam. It's okay though. But because of twice as hot, like literally everything that gets burned and doesn't die, it just dies later. From things that aren't even hitting it. We can just chill. In terms of relaxation, this build, I'll take this build over the overheat build 9 times out of 10 because it's just so chill. You just can't die. I'm good, Beast. I'm doing solid, bro. Just showing the budget build with Akari pieces. That's all.
An obelisk mechanism in the middle could be the way forward.
Just chilling. Tomorrow I gotta go to a tasting for my wedding. So I'm probably not gonna be on tomorrow, but later Saturday maybe. Maybe not. I gotta go and we gotta do a Trickster CT15 climb with no legendaries just so that we have every single class covered, you know? Sorry, my techno, it's insane. Techno's nice, dude. Dude, for the techno build, for the budget techno build today, I literally hopped out of bed and I just said, let's just drop everything. Let's just drop all of our legendaries and tier 3s and just do a quick techno budget thing. Just rolled out of bed. Techno's fun. Dude, my aim was so crap, though. Like, when I was playing techno all the time, like, I kind of got used to the controller settings being terrible, but I felt like a baby bird when I was trying to play it today. It was definitely an experience, to say the least. Anybody has any questions, feel free to toss them out. Feel free to follow on Twitch or watch on Twitch. Links in the description. We're almost at affiliate status. If anybody has any questions about budget builds or anything at all, feel free to toss that out. Best of the cannonball immediately. Hey, Atika, thank you for the follow, man. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate those Twitch follows. Helps out a lot. If you have any questions, feel free to toss them out there. We were running, you know, my end game pyro build before, but we just swapped. I was gonna say switched. I was gonna say swapped, but then I screwed up and I was gonna say swatched, which is a makeup terminology, which is what I'm not doing right now. But now we are just messing around with the budget build, but with like tier 3 and legendary upgrades, just to show that it's still super solid. Dude, Vest of the Cannonball, man. I'm telling you, it's the edge transit of Outriders. Straight up. We're still making pretty good time.
There's a storm.
Nothing too crazy.
I need to hurry.
Not really running a speed running build or anything like that, but when you get in those nice narrow corridors on this particular run,
That well. Is it triggering?
that's where pyromancers fucking shine, dude. It's awesome. God, look at that damage, that burn damage, baby. I love it. Love to see it. Really curious to see the damage profile after this. I'm about 99% positive not Twisted Rounds, fucking Twice as Hot is still gonna be our like highest damage thing. Although it could be Heat Wave now that we're running Akari. Fireflies, the bane of my existence. They could just stand still. That'd be super awesome. Unfortunately, they don't like to do that. No, you played yourself. You played yourself, Dragonfly. Alright, he's dead. I still feel like Twice as Hot is going to be like our highest damage ability.
There's a storm coming your way.
But maybe it'll just be Burn or Heat Wave.
Creating the storm. That's what's causing the vibration.
At least I know I haven't completely lost my mind. Now get out of there.
Now let's see another Death Shield, huh? Rough. You hate to see it. You hate to see it, but anything but Cannonball is good. Untamed Power was the highest. Wow. I mean, I guess I was meleeing a lot of stuff. Huh. Interesting. But whoever was saying status power wasn't solid on Pyro, that burn damage, man. That burn damage makes a difference. We don't even have a lot of status power. We got some nice skill damage. Hey, Jay Cheatham, thank you for the sub, man. Pale God, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Oh, wow, we got oodles of them coming in, I guess. Holy cannoli. Appreciate it, guys. But that is the budget build. With Akari pieces. Now, what the heck was I running? Oh, we grabbed both. Dadoy. Come up here. We don't take any of that. Mark target increase. Extinction. Extinction's not bad. It's not... I feel like it's probably worth replacing, though. We take that puppy. Some skill leech. Phoenix nestling to save our butt. And then boom, boom, boom. Captain Hunter's fine. That's fine. That's fine. What, we only changed like 2 things? The heck? Did I literally just add twice as hot and remove Master Consumer and that's it? So silly. Burnt out, we want that. Tidal wave, we want that. Helmet, that's what we were running. Oh yeah, we did. That's hilarious. I literally changed nothing about the build. Okay, well that friggin' works, I guess. Probably delete some of these, huh? Headhunter, garbage. Landlubber, garbage. Maybe I won't dismantle this one. Double guns are always trash. Get rid of Damascus. Golem's limb, don't need it. Light bear, don't need it. Okay, so let's try something new then. We will try guillotine. Try moaning winds with the guillotine. That seems kind of silly. Seems like an obvious thing. Reloading causes vulnerable. Maybe that'll be a nice little damage bump if they both proc at the same time. If they don't, then it's fucking worthless. Oh shit. We'll see. How's our storage looking? Gotta mention it to remind people. Gotta mention what to remind people? What's the cooldown on eruption with this build? Oh, still like fucking mega long. Okay. Oh, to sub. Yeah, hey. People wanna subscribe? That's dope, dude. Always want to keep growing. You just don't want to be annoying about asking people, you know what I mean? But it's like getting people to actually go to Twitch is like really difficult, you know? Once you've got a decent following over there, it's fine, but 99% of my audience is YouTube, so we stream on both. And I'm not a Twitch affiliate yet, so it doesn't matter. We're close, though. Getting pretty close.
Some Dr. Detonator. He's taking him hostage. I can't have that shit on my doorstep. It's real bad for business.
Good luck, broski. Dude, just make sure you abuse the crap out of that twice as hot. Man, I'm really curious to see if this thing is going to work how I want it to work. Is there going to be 2 explosions? There is 2 explosions. Oh, shit. That might be dope. I have to keep it out for both animations, though. Oh, but that actually, that makes it so much better. That makes it so much better. Oh, man, I like this now. Okay. How much damage is Shadow Comet doing, though? Shadow Comet's doing 210. So when the radiation splash happens, it's really not doing that much. But the way that it's working is that if I go and I shoot, and I swap back, and then I shoot and I swap back, I'm using, like, both of them. It's kind of rotating through both reload buffs. I fuck with it. I fuck with it. I think that's how it's working anyway. I don't know. We'll see how it is in practice. But yeah, Jonai. Dude, it's about using twice as hot and it's about using untamed power, you know, just smart. Everything else, you just spam abilities on cooldown. That's all there is to it. I have no idea how we didn't kill one of the guys over there. It's a little awkward. Trying to test this I don't know. The reload perks is just not as reliable as the shooting ones. Would there be a pray for a car emoji? Dude, here's the thing. I have the join YouTube channel like thing. I have like YouTube membership. I could go and do emotes on YouTube. I just haven't done them, you know? But there will be I don't know about Pray for Akari. I feel like there should be a church of the Cannonball set, because we all know Cannonball set is the real broken stuff. Oh, that just accidentally reloaded. A little unfortunate there. Wow, that guy didn't even die over there. What's going on here? Well, there goes our speed run. Oh, that did pop him, though. The thing is, right, like, I got the Akari set. Once I started farming the CT15s, I got Akari set within, like, 3 hours. Like, everything I needed. But Death Shield, man, Death Shield is a different story. Death Shield is, like... For a lot of people, Death Shield just doesn't exist. This is definitely not a speedy run. It's okay, though. Alright, maybe double reload doesn't work in the way I want it to right now. Actually, no, I don't want to reload. I want to do the opposite.
What the hell is
I
that?
had 2 death shield, but need 3 more Akari pieces for the set. Dang, rough. Like, Akari helmet is super good, so really, like, the only Akari pieces you need to get are, like, chest, legs. Unless you like the gloves for some reason. Personally, not a fan. I mean, we know that Cannonball set is just gonna be meta, so it's like, why bother fighting it, you know? Well, that did not reach the back of the room. Unfortunate. Whoops. Oh, that's why. I didn't have the right thing out. Whoops-a-daisy. Helmet and waist cloth, so need the chest piece for delete-a-thons. Facts, dude. Facts. Because chest piece has detonator. And that's really what it comes down to. You need that detonator.
Colin, the bandit leader's taken care of. Your pass is
And having the wider flame wall is just really nice.
from anywhere.
I didn't think it was going to be nice. You know, like when you read the data mines, like before the game was released and stuff, you're like, wider flame wall? Like, who gives a fuck about that? But like, I love wider flame wall. It's so nice. Radiation splash damage. I felt like like if I didn't screw up everything else, I honestly feel like I killed the boss faster than I usually do. I felt like everything else was just shit, that's all. Makes it so easy to catch more enemies. Exactly, dude. And that's what the Akari set is about. Just hit that fucking heat wave on as many people as possible. Get the fattest anomaly power boost as possible. And then you go and you pop Ash Blast and you pop Overheat. That's what it comes down to, bro. Alright, I'm gonna try... I'll try this setup one more time. And then go back to the old setup. It's just so inconsistent. It's like... Oh crap, you're not supposed to shoot the thing on this one, right? I don't think you're supposed to shoot the door because the mobs instantly aggro to you. I could be wrong. I could have sworn I read it. We'll see though. If I get laser beam sniped out the gate, then we know I fucked up. No, I'm solid. So to clear this first area, We only got to hit 2 of them with the heat wave. Everything else should die. That was a pretty quick one. Crap, did my shotgun reload? So unfortunate. Still making decent time. It doesn't look like I'm going to have Ash Blast up. Looks like it doesn't matter. Can't stay alive again, huh? Try swapping out like your gear or something. Some people report having that happen to them, and I just have not encountered the same. Wow, usually we kill this guy in one go. I screwed up somewhere here. If I can hit the elite in the back, that would be legit. Cool. Making pretty solid time. We might be able to get a sub 6-minute chem plant here.
Elevators should lead to the heart of the facility.
Kind of feel like I might be able to go faster if I just kill them instead of waiting for this, but we'll just chill. No biggie.
All I'm missing is some elevator music.
We line them up nicely. Burn them through the door.
Whatever that thing is, that switch should disable it.
Has to be that golem mod. Happens on PS5 also. It's infuriating. So what, you think the golem mod just randomly stops working too? Whoops. If anybody has any questions, feel free to toss them out. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitch. You know the whole deal. Follow on Twitch is very helpful. Ooh, that Vone though. That vulnerability, baby. Please hit that guy. Cool. Make a pretty good time. If I don't mess this part up. That should 100% kill him when I Ash Blast. No reason why we can't get a sub 6 here. What's up, Mr. Boba Django? What's up, Mr. Untamed? How are you doing, man? Pop the melee to get rid of that. We hit him here. If we can get a fat heat wave here, we can just kill them all immediately. That should do it. Pop this. Cool. And that's how you do it.
Shira, about those
Best character for speed?
the insurgents had a functioning power.
Best character for
What
speed?
did you do with it?
It's disabled. I'll see if Zahidi can't take a look at it. And I found a pod down here.
You saved some lives today, Outrider. I would expect nothing less from
Best character for speed? Pyromancer by far. Pyromancer all day. And I'm not even like doing like, you know what I mean? It's not like I'm like laser focused. You know, we're testing this stupid double reload right now, you know? But Pyromancer, in terms of speed, if you can find me if you can find me another build that can clear like a boomtown in less than 3 minutes and 30 seconds, then that one is probably the build to go to. But Pyro is the only one that can do that, to my knowledge. Yeah, I'm converting everyone to the Church of Pyromancer. Like, you go and you run the budget build until the wheels fall off. Once you get 3-piece Akari, your budget build's going to be doing insane amounts of damage. And then if you can get 3-piece Akari plus whatever the hell drops Master Consumer, I don't know why I can't remember what it is. But once you got that, then you just pop whole rooms of enemies and the game you just clear CT15s in 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Nothing comes close. Or you can keep running the budget build. And the budget build is super solid too. It's a lot safer. Like, this one doesn't have anywhere near the amount of survivability, right? Because like budget build just innately comes with like an extra 50% max health and a bunch of skill leech and armor and all other kinds of crap. And the budget build still clears super fast. But this one, you don't even gotta aim, right? Like when I popped Ash Blast and Overheat on that final Ash Blast Overheat, hit everything in the room for like 1,000,000 basically. Or more. Akari footgear is where it comes from. There you go. Akari footgear. I dismantled mine because I prefer to have the top 3 pieces. I think those are just better. Has anomaly, has skill leech, has cooldown. If you absolutely have to have cooldown on all your gear, then you can go the boots. But I think the boots have cooldown. But I'd rather have anomaly power on everything. The cooldown reduction, you can get that on purples easy. My cooldowns are mega short in terms of heat wave and overheat, and that's what matters. Ash Blast is just for the big nuke, and you just get into a rotation of when you're actually playing this build, you know when you have to use Ash Blast and when you shouldn't. You know? But Church of Pyromancer. Has to be the Golem mod. Shout out to everybody in the stream right now. Appreciate you guys hanging out here. Don't be afraid to ask any questions at all. There's no stupid questions here. It's all about just getting people to CT15 the fastest. Somebody asked on a comment in the budget pyro build, instead of running phaser beam and feed the flames, will this build work with overheat and ash blast or the bomb one? And the answer I have to that is probably not. Because when you're running the budget build and you're going mid-tree, you want all of your skills to have super short cooldowns. You want them to be able to proc the ignite skills in that skill tree towards the end. And you want to be able to abuse the twice as hot mod, because the twice as hot mod is insane damage. And the only way you can do that is if the people are burning. And the problem with overheat is it consumes the burn. And overheat also has like a mega long cooldown when you don't have, when you're not particularly spec'd for it.
We've been detecting massive energy spikes in insurgent territory.
Thermal bomb isn't really needed in that build because you have triple heat wave that is nuking large areas of the room, and you have phaser beam, which is also nuking large areas of the room. So like thermal bomb is just, it's kind of pointless because everything will be dead by the time you heat wave and phaser beam it anyway. You know? So that's why the middle tree build, like the overheat builds and the middle tree builds are two distinct things in my eyes. You know? Whoops. Didn't do the reload thing, but whatever, who cares? We hit 2 guys with the heat wave. That way it procs Akari enough to kill everything there. Boom. We can reload this. Hit this dude with that. Whoops. Okay, so automatically we're not going to be as fast as our last run. But that's okay. We also went a little too fast here, that the mobs didn't spawn for the Ash Blast. It's just those tiny things when you're trying to optimize your runs. Even when you're climbing, you know? You don't remember me? What are you talking about, broski? What do you want me to remember you from? If I don't remember names straight off the bat, please don't be upset. I do not have that kind of memory. If you tell me the conversation we had, then I will probably remember it. My brain is a bundle of mush. Oh wow, messed up that clear. But let's just restart this. Oh, I didn't even see your question in the chat, broski. Techno gear sets need some TLC from people can flunk. People can flunk, dude, that's messed up. But yeah, the techno gear sets are on the whole pretty garbage. Pretty garbage. Don't really know what they were going for with the Tool of Destruction set. Don't really know what the aim was there. A little bit of a weird decision. Come on, there we go. Now they spawn. We should be able to kill everything. Boom. This stupid thing's gonna knock me away from the point. Oh, I didn't know if we had like a specific conversation, Mr. Untamed. Yeah, I'm not trying to like usually if people hang out on the stream for like a while, I will remember names. I'll remember conversations and stuff. But I'm the type of person that, like, when it comes to, like, birthdays, like, tiny information like that, like, I don't need, I have to, like, my wife reminds me how old I am, like, that type of shit. You know what I mean? Like, I got that ADHD mind where, like, I hyper-focus on something, like, say, Outriders, and then everything else I just totally space out about. It's a problem, but please don't feel insulted. I mean, like, your name is familiar to me. I just don't remember if we had a specific conversation or not. That's all. Like, me and my wife literally, when we were setting up our joint account, we went to the bank and the lady asked how old I was. And I said I was 2 years older than I actually was. And my wife corrected me in front of the lady, and the lady thought, like, I was trying to rob the bank. Like, she was like, wait, like, how do you not even know your freaking age? Like, are you stupid? Oh, wow. Not doing this room well at all. We can hit everything with this. Should be able to Ash Blast and kill everything else. Problem with that reload, right, is like I'm doing the reload and then I'm using Heat Wave straight into it, but it's not canceling the reload. It's reloading during my Heat Wave, which is fucking it up. I got you, Mr. Untamed. Don't worry, dude. Should we take the journey into the vortex? Dude, Aegis, that's exactly how it went down. That's exactly how it went down. I was literally, they were like, all right,
That matches our blueprints for the plant.
you know, just trying to, like, verify ID. And I'm like, you know, what's your date of birth? I was like, this, and this. And they're like, all right, how old are you? And I'm like, I'm 27. And my girl was like, no, you're not. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, I just don't even think about it. The other day, like, it was my best friend's birthday, like, 5 days ago, and I was like, man, I feel like his birthday's sometime this month, so I texted him, I was like, yo, is your birthday, like, this month? And he was like, it's today. I was like, well, there you go. Like, I find out birthdays via Facebook, and if someone doesn't have a Facebook, then, like, I'm just not gonna know your birthday, you know? That's just the realities of life in the social media age. Trying to figure out the exact rotation I'm trying to use with this stupid reload perk, and it's just a little off. Is that gonna reach the guy down there? It did. So we should have him. Cool. Yeah, Ty Bear, I know. I space out when I'm talking to chat. Would you say is the strongest character? Strongest, it kind of depends on your definition of strong. If you're talking about speedrunning, Pyromancer, hands down, nothing else comes close. If you're talking about, like, straight tankiness and survivability, then it's probably going to be, you know, Devastator. Just sit around. Hit these guys once, pop this, and everything dies.
Shira, about those energy spikes? The insurgents had a functioning power cell down here.
Way later than our last run. But that's okay.
I'll see if Zahidi can't
Still fast comparatively.
then found a pod down here.
You saved some lives today, Outrider. I
The
would
strongest
expect nothing
character,
less from you.
I have to say Pyro, because the end game is about speedrunning, right? The best speedrunner is Pyromancer. Sorry, I'm about to sneeze. One sec. Oh gosh, is it not gonna come out? Never mind. I pulled it back in with sheer willpower. That's how we do. At the Church of Pyromancer, bruh. Praise be to the flame. Latom. Yep. Where do you get that tier 3 overheat mod? Master Consumer? Master Consumer comes from Akari Feet. Comes from Akari Feet. And then Detonator just comes from Akari Chess Piece. I can't state this enough. Let me be 100% clear. Do not do hunts. Don't bother with the hunt exploit. It is a waste of fucking time. We farmed it before the whole Reddit shit happened. You can look at like my community post. I made a post about it like 4 days ago. I was like, yo, should I go and just do like, should I risk my account? Should I do the Alt F4, you know, dashboarding exploit with hunts? Like to see what the hunt drop rate is. Because we had farmed, I had specifically for this dude, usually I do CT15 farming all day, any character, because it's just the best for legendaries. But I said, you know what? Let's try hunts. Could not get an Akari piece to save my life, son. 99% cannonball. We literally had a tally in the on the stream, on the overlay, counting how many cannonball pieces we got. Like, it was that bad. So do not, I am convinced, like, even if you get, like, the feet, even if you get whatever, it is not worth farming those hunts unless you do not have any tier 3s at all, and for some reason you don't want to go and do expeditions. It's just not worth it. Like, oh my gosh, I have a sneeze in my nostril. I'm sorry, this is so annoying. Yeah, the hunts are just not worth it. So basically, for 3 days, you can check the VODs, for 3 straight days, I ran all 10 hunts and turned them in. And then on the 4th day, I said, all right, this shit ain't happening. Let's be real. We're going to go back to CT15, but for like 2 hours, let's just go and keep resetting, you know, the hunt reward to see what it is. Just cannonball, 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 cannonball. Like, I was gonna die. Like, legit. It was crazy. Then, after that, went and farmed Akari for 3 hours from CT15 expeditions. Got every single piece I wanted. Every single one. CT15s are just the way to go. For weapons, those bounties, those ones are random, and those ones seem to not have some kind of crazy loot pool. But everything else, do not waste your time with hunts. Like, if you need, I think, what, like Captain Hunter and maybe Sharp Eye can drop from some of the generic pieces that drop from the hunt ones. And those ones can be useful if you have nothing else. But for the most part, you want to be running the expeditions, sorry. But yeah, it's a nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare. Well, you gotta go out, pal? Hold on, guys. Give me like 1 second, and then I will be we'll be back, and we'll do this Boomtown run. I'll be farming for the rest of the night, but I gotta just let my dog out real quick. Feel free to follow on Twitch if you feel like it. More than welcome to. Where is this YouTube stream here? Where are we? lost my stream. Just gotta, but good questions all around. Good questions. But yeah, you can literally go and look at the VOD. We have like, I mean, it was so ridiculous. There's just a total lack of the pieces that you actually want from there. All right. Let me be right back, guys. I just have to let my dog out. Otherwise, he's going to pee on my couch because that's what my dog does. Okay, I'm back. So sorry, so sorry. Okie dokie. Artichoke. Heck. All right. Boom. Cool. Oh, getting fancy. Oh yeah, you know we're getting fancy. Sorry, I'm looking at the about to pee in his yard and come back. Did get useful Legos from him, but yeah, I just need the chest. Yeah, see, the thing is with the hunts, right? Like, you can, like, Captain Hunter is a really good tier 3 mod. Sharp Eye is a really good tier 3 mod. But everything else is like, eh. And if you're looking for class legendaries, hunts just ain't it. They just ain't it. So preferably, we want to hit everybody we possibly can with that. Trigger that. Boom, boom. That didn't work how we wanted it to, but that's okay. I'm frozen or something? I don't even know. This is not going to kill anybody because I screwed up. That's okay. Still got a guy miles behind us. Oh, that actually worked out quite well. Oh, never mind. There's always a slacker. My shotgun reloaded itself because that's what happens. Yeah, I just don't like the reload mods. Wow, apparently a bunch of guys were still coming out. Holy moly. Let me just catch up on the chat. On tier 13, the hunt for the Death Shield. Then I'm moving to tier 14 and 15. Yeah, Death Shield is really nice. You can do all the builds and stuff. Like, you can still do the AP builds without Death Shield, though. I mean, I was doing it for the longest time. I mean, I made my friggin' endgame Pyro build without it. Just knowing, like, once you get it, it helps you so much. You know? But it was definitely very elusive. Really friggin' annoying. Could not get it to save my life, and then I got it. Now I need another one. Because that's life. Some people like going Moaning Winds. Personally, not too big a fan, but each their own. Die, please. Thank you.
What the hell does that
Making okay time right now. Hey, Storm and Norman, thank you for dropping by, dude. I really appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out in the chat. Feel free to follow on Twitch as well. I don't know, whatever's easier. Hope you get what you're looking for. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Ty Bear. Appreciate it, man. Today we're just chilling, you know? Just trying to help people climb. That's all there is to it. that hurt. Ooh, baby. Hurt real bad. I don't know where he went. It's okay. Well, sub 4 at least, but a little sloppy there at the end. Arcways is definitely mega solid when it comes to getting gold from CT14 to CT15. That is very, very, very forgiving timer. It's like pre-Chemplant nerf timer. And who knows how long it's going to stay like that. So, do it while you can.
Where'd these bandits come from anyway?
They were insurgents. Defected to our side months ago.
Bolt and Thunder. Do I have that one? I have to. There's like 11 different... There's like literally like 9 different handguns that all have string of gauze. I swear to God there's another one too. Can't think of anything more underwhelming. But yeah, Mayo. No, I some guy made the screen for me. And I have like follower stuff too, like notifications and everything, but I just haven't set it up because it's just a pain in the neck, honestly. It's a pain in the neck. And like obviously we have the ones that I've been using, but we got ones that are custom now. That's worthless. That's worthless. That's not terrible. Worthless, worthless. Not the worst. I don't know about that one. Just got the gun today. Which one? Oh, you're talking about the Bolt and Thunder? Dude, I could have sworn there was another one that also had it, aside from the Disintegrator. Looks like I've deleted them all from my stash, so we will never know. Yo, I have no idea what the last legendary gun that I'm missing is for my accolade. It's a mystery to me. So I'm pretty sure I've seen everything. The legendary outfits I understand because I haven't done anything on like... I'm basically missing like the Devastator ones. Collect and equip a full set of class-related legendary outfits. Oh. And I could do that, no problem, but... BRB, sir, I hear you barking. I hear you barking, big dog.
You're in the mood to dish out some death and dismemberment, Outrider, because we got more insurgents knocking. What do you say you help me out once more, like in the good old days?
Oh, baby, average viewers.
Will take heart seeing you fight by their side.
We're at 2 right now. We're at 2.
Everything you see.
We need one more over the course of our next streams in order to get that affiliate. Oh, whoops. I don't want to actually run frontline. I'm trying to hop out of this frontline. I cannot stand that map. Can't stand it. It's the worst. Just the worst. Do a nice relaxing chem plant. See, like chem plant, like bronze timer, easy cakes. Silver timer, easy cakes. But 10 minutes when you're not fully optimized is pretty tight. Whereas Arcways, it's like, dude, if you want like a bronze in Arcways, that's a half an hour in an expedition. Like, people should be able to do that. Silver, people should be able to do that. 15 minutes is a really safe amount of time to complete this one. I mean, if you think about it, it's what? It's first room, second room, final room. Not too bad. Not too bad at all.
We've been detecting massive energy spikes in insurgent territory near the old chemical plant. Last thing I can afford is those monsters generating more power. I need you to disable their operation. Push your way through the slums, reach that chemical plant, and terminate any monsters you find.
Mortal Kombat's not coming out today, right? Mortal Kombat release date. Wait, what? Why does it say April 16th? That's not right. Oh, okay. Released on HBO Max on Friday, April 23rd at 3 a.m. Eastern. Oh, I can't wait for a... I can't wait for an actual, like, decent budget Mortal Kombat film. That's gonna be fantastic. So awesome. All right. If you spend Arva for 30 minutes, you need to retain. Well, you never know. Like, here's the deal, right? And I say this all the time when people are struggling to climb. It's like, you got to do the bare, just do the bare minimum. The absolute bare minimum. Whoops. And that's why you don't do that, ladies and gentlemen. But it's like people get really hung up on the speedrunning aspect of the game, and especially when you have a high level character and you're leveling up another, like an alt or something, it's so easy to just fall into the trap of like trying to speedrun everything as you're going up and then failing over and over again. When in reality, the only thing that you actually have to... Oh my gosh, damn it. The reload speed, like, too fast. Stop reloading. The reality is, up until CT11, you only have to get bronze. You could take as long as humanly possible. You can take literally half an hour and still get bronze. You just have to get it. And then even until CT14, you just have to get silver. Take as long as humanly possible to get silver. It doesn't matter if you gotta kill one enemy at a time in a room. You just get it done. CT14 is the only thing where you gotta do something different. You know? Wow, I just whiffed both of my heat waves on him. That's crazy. How unfortunate. But we're making pretty solid time regardless. Oh, I didn't let my stupid Ash Blast expand before I overheated. God, idiot. Stupid Napoleon. Whoops. This is a little weird. Awkward. Awkward moments in history? Question mark? Fucking, of course. Of course he does that. Cool. You think the hunt exploit is worth it? Total waste of time. Total waste of time. Especially the fact that you're kind of risking getting a cheating watermark on your account. Not that I think anybody cares about that anymore, but in my opinion, 100% not worth it because the hunts do not give good enough rewards to warrant it. Just my opinion, of course, but I really feel like if the rewards were worth it, I'd be like, ah, screw it, whatever, just do it. But they're just not. Running ultimate damage link on Trickster helps so much with ad clear. You absolutely need one piece, and that piece is in the loop. Well, I think it's worth it. Yeah, I mean, it really depends on your risk tolerance, you know? Like, I did that just to see the drop rates, and if I get a watermark off of it, I'm gonna be pretty salty, not gonna lie. But it's like, you know the risks. I have no problem starting a new account and farming to CT15 again. It's not a difficult thing for me, even though I've literally have 12 days of game time on this fucking thing. You know, but it's like, and do I think they're gonna actually watermark people? Probably not, because now everybody's doing it, and if you just go like the way that their PR is right now, if they go and they ban 90% of the community, it's not a good look. You know, if everyone's marked as a cheater, nobody's marked as a cheater. Leveling a pyro alt fast solo. What build did you run? I run the budget pyro build in the description below, sir. 100%. Super easy. You really only need like 3 or 4 like mandatory mods, and they're all tier 2s. Super dumb easy. Pop that shit on world tier 1. Get through story mode in like 2 hours. Then grind expeditions. I think we hit what? It took me 2 hours to grind my other pyro character to finish world tier 1. And then it took 5 hours to get to CT15 on that guy. Pretty simple. You can go watch the VOD if you want to. But yeah, that budget pyro build is super easy. And that's the whole point of it. Doesn't look like we're getting a sub 6 minute here, unfortunately, but that's fine. If you watermarked everyone, the players that didn't get watermarked will be the ones with longer matchmaking times. Oh, so true, Mayo. Hey, I mean, I don't think they're going to do it, but it's still just something, you know, you got to take into account. If I was playing alone, it'd be no big deal, right? But it's like if I'm making videos for people and I have a fucking cheater watermark when I'm on Xbox where it's like basically impossible to cheat, that would be a pretty shit situation, you know? I screwed up that, but we already weren't getting sub 6, so it's no big deal. It's like a badge of honor. Isn't it easier to just buy it? Not too many pods? Yes. Tiago sells the helmet. I would totally just buy it. 100%. The helmet, even with just the budget build, like I wanted to make it so that there was no legendaries, no tier 3 mods. But as soon as you're able to buy the Akari helmet, even if you don't have any of the other pieces, that wider flame wall is just so useful. Hey, 3 Legos. Let's go. This is going to be another death shield. Let's go. Come on. Damn it. Or it's just more recycling. Yeah, I mean, like the Akari helmet, like with the way the budget build works, you really only need like 3 things to make. You only need like 3 or 4 mods, right? You need the triple heat wave, so 2 heat wave mods. You need burnt out for the 25% increased heat wave damage, and then twice as hot, basically, like bare minimum. Emergency stance is great for defense. Untamed power is another good damage mod. But you have a lot of space to work with. And having the wider heat wave just makes it so you can hit even more people and burn even more people. It's just really nice to have. 10 out of 10 would recommend. So yeah, as soon as you're able to buy it, just buy it up. It's not going in a way, you know, you're not going to be not using it. It's going to be useful. Everything else that's there, I'd toss it in the trash, but... Tiago needs to have rotation? Wide flame wall feels pointless until you've had it and taken it off again. Yeah. Yeah, twice as hot damage is fucking insane. It's so good. And it's a mod when you look at it, you're like, oh, this thing's shit. It's just like 40k damage. Like, who gives a shit? But then you activate it so many times throughout the course of a run, and it's amplified by all of your other shit that, like, it is by far, like, your highest damaging thing. It's so fucking good. God, I love that mod. Alright, we got enough space in our inventory now? Yeah, that's good enough. Get the chess piece from the hunts. Hell nah, bro.
I understand you're looking to collect the pods.
Hell to the nah. I know people have started making drop tables and stuff for it. Our drop table consisted of, is it a useful Akari piece or is it a cannonball piece? And the overwhelming majority of things were cannonball pieces. I think you can get maybe the Akari legs from it. You can get the gloves for sure. You can get the helmet for sure. Everything else, nothing. And the gloves are doo-doo, so... Hey, maybe they have, and maybe it's just a 0.001% chance, or maybe it was before they changed the hunt exploit originally. And maybe when they changed the original hunt exploit, they did shit to the loot pool. So those people might not be liars. I have the legs, helmet, and gloves. So the gloves have max health on them, which isn't great. which isn't great, but the damage boost, the anomaly power boost you're going to get from using the Akari set probably is going to outweigh the max health on the gloves. Could you run the current build that I'm running right now with the gloves and no chest piece? No. I would run the budget build, and the budget build is going to nuke everything if you have the Akari pieces. And then once you get the chest piece, and if you can get the feet to get that master consumer thing, I'd just delete the feet. I'd run the top 3 here, and then just get cooldown and whatever on your boots and gloves, and you're off to the races. But the Akari legendary set bonus is so fucking good. It's so good. Like, undescribably good. Every enemy damaged by Heatwave grants 50% anomaly power bonus for 10 seconds. I believe people have tested it, and I think it goes up to like 6 people. Basically, if you can hit 6 with the Heatwave, that's going to be your maximum amount. But regardless, like, it takes your anomaly power. I mean, we can show it. We can look right now. So my anomaly power right now is 170. I'll try and hit like 6 people with a Heatwave here. It should bump me up to maybe 450. Or maybe 500. Which is fucking insane with how anomaly scales in this game. $525. Which is absurd. It makes everything else deal so much more damage. It makes your burns deal more damage. It makes everything deal more damage. And that's not even considering any of the other stuff we have.
What are you doing? You can't even handle this for me?
Right? That's why I make a point of like how important Untamed Power is in like some of those builds, and meleeing and like trying to like use your shit like optimally, right? Because Untamed Power, where is it, is based off of 30% of your anomaly power. Mayo, I was wondering that before. I haven't tested it, but I do have that piece hanging around wherever the hell it is, just because I want to test that later. I mean, I guess we could just do it on stream. It probably does stack. I don't see why it wouldn't. But Untamed Power scales with your anomaly power. And it already does a fuckload of damage, right? But like when you think about, okay, we're basically quadrupling our anomaly power, then your Untamed Power is going to be even hitting even harder, especially in the Phaser Beam build. Especially in the Phaser Beam build. Or the budget build. Below. So, long story short, yes, run the... If you can get any piece of the Akari stuff, of the and get the actual set bonus, then run it until you can just get the top 3. And I would run it with that budget build, the mid tree build. Because you'll be smoking everything. You'll just be able to delete and stuff off the map. You'll be doing really quick speed runs. After this, can you show my cooldowns? Cooldowns on this build is 4 seconds on Overheat, 7.9 seconds on Heatwave, and then Ash Blast 16.5. Now, some people go... Let's see, which ones have we seen? We've seen people that go... There was some guy shared a Korean build in the chat where some dude didn't get anything from over here. He went all the way up here, got the cooldown from Ash, and then got it so everybody hit by Ash is vulnerable too. I don't think that's worth it, because you're picking up so many worthless damage nodes. Other people go and they get this, reduce immobilized skill cooldowns by 15%. I honestly don't think it's worth it. Like, it doesn't make that big of a difference. 15% cooldown on Ash Blast is not going to change how my DPS rotation works. Right? You don't need to have Ash Blast up that... Like, having a 14-second Ash Blast instead of a 16-second Ash Blast is not going to change anything. I'm still waiting for Ash Blast. You know? So I'd rather go and pump out as much damage as humanly possible. reduce the cooldowns of the stuff that I actually care about, like reduce overheat a little bit, and get that extra damage, then go up here. This is just personal preference, too. Ow, what is going on with my volume? Dude, this is so weird. My game volume is like randomly skyrocketing. Anyway. But it's like you hit the heat wave, you pop overheat, or you hit the heat wave, you get the anomaly power boost. Fortress is obviously super useful. I mean, I explain it all in like my little end game pyro guide, but in order to run this, you gotta have Master Consumer, you gotta have Detonator, and you gotta have 3 Zakari. You have to. Like, that's the bare minimum. This is like a very late game-ish build. But until you get to that point, the budget build will carry you through CT15 zero problems. Zero problems. And that Akari bonus is going to be huge. No matter what pieces you can string together, it's going to be massive. And because that budget build requires so little mod investment, you're going to see a big difference. The problem I have with this is I always get these guys who come out so much later. I don't know if I'm just not speedrunning it correctly, but it's like sometimes they're just so slow to come out. It's obnoxious. Shout out everybody else in the chat. If you have any questions, feel free to toss them out there. I promise I won't bite. There's no such thing as a stupid question. Just trying to get people CT15 as fast as humanly possible while we're testing some stuff along the way. That's all it is. Got one last guy. Making okay time right now. Presuming I don't get deleted in the last room. Trying to do this build, but can't find the chest. I have everything else. Then I just would not run the build. Would not suggest it if you cannot get the chest. But the budget build will let you murk everything else. That's just my opinion. Of course, you know. You might be able to do it just totally fine. It's just you're going to be missing that 50% overheat cooldown, and that makes a massive difference, obviously, when 90% of the build consists of overheating, you know? Yeah, Chris, you won't be running this until CT15. Most likely. Whoops. sell everything now or dismantle. It doesn't make a difference. I'm resource capped on like everything, so I'm just kind of doing it whenever. Yeah, Fortress mod is definitely helpful. Budget bleed build that will work to climb. I mean, basically the melee build, Mayo. You know? Basically just the melee build. It's essentially a bleed build, you know? If you go and slap on Earthquake, you can literally just punch everything to death. Except you can actually rotate and use weapons. It's literally no different, you know? Sorry, I'm checking out the chat. Mike Honcho made a lot of progress today thanks to budget build. Hey, no problem, dude. That's what it's about. I love hearing the progress. Love hearing the progress. CT15, the build just does not work without the third piece in the overheat mods. Yeah, to run this build, you need... I'm not saying it to be a gatekeeper. I'm saying it because, like, straight up, you just have to have those. But once you do get them, it's like... You're just zipping. So until then, run the budget build. You can run budget build with the Akari set. And then... Once you collect all 5 pieces of Exodia, then you can just go and, you know, obliterate maps. Boom. Untamed Power versus Twice as Hot. Yes, both. Shadow Comet's really nice. But, like, literally, you know, when you're climbing, anything that... If you have tier 2 mods that go and do damage as well, those work great. Gotten every piece with the chest. Yeah, dude, then just... Literally just run the middle tree budget build in the description, and you'll just crush everything regardless. It'll make your clears a lot faster. I have no idea what build you're currently running, but... You could just be running that one for all I know. I don't know. Or you could be going volcanic rounds or something, but you just cruise with middle tree. But like there's still like Claymore is a fine substitute for Shadow Comet when you only have tier 2s. You know, Death Chains does a lot of damage as well. You can just swap between weapons. You know, but in order to make this particular build work, in order to make the end game like speed run build work, you gotta have the 3-piece Akari with detonator and master consumer. That's what puts everything together. Consuming, burn, and ash. I mean, the damage output is nutty. Want peeps on Twitch or YouTube? I mean, it's totally up to you. Right now, I am kind of trying. I mean, it's whatever's easier for people. Obviously, I would like if people watched on Twitch, just because then, you know, can get affiliate, and that would be pretty cool. It'd be nice to have the sub button. We got everything else taken care of except for the average of 3 viewers, which is hilarious. But, you know, I'm not trying to push any, you know, I'm not trying to I don't know what the word is. I don't want to inconvenience people, you know. It's hard to get people to actually go and watch on Twitch, you know, and build up that audience. So someone's going to ask, I might as well just say, I mean, Twitch is dope, obviously. But a lot of people come here from the YouTube guides, and that's totally fine too. That's why I'm multi-streaming right now. I'm on both. Build you have without the chest or the fortress gun mod. Gotcha. Yeah, I wouldn't run a lesser overheat build. I mean, that's just me personally. It's going to be 10 times easier for you to climb if you just go middle tree. And it's probably going to be more fun. That's just my opinion. Middle tree is just super safe. A lot of damage. The Akari pieces, you already have some of the Akari pieces. The damage output is like friggin' ridiculous with Twice as Hot. And sorry, I made a joke before, but someone asked a legit question. Kolbko, I think especially when you're climbing, Twice as Hot is just so good. I can't overstated enough. I put twice as hot as a mandatory thing. Hey, thanks for the follow, Ty Bear. Appreciate it, dude. Gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, Chris Paul. Straight up, dude. Appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. But yeah, Coldco. So Untamed Power and Twice as Hot, they serve a similar function, right? But Twice as Hot is just, it synergizes so well with the whole thing. With overheat builds, like the one I'm running now, I don't run Twice as Hot because overheat consumes the burn, which means Twice as Hot isn't going to work as much. But if you're running the budget build, you're not running overheat. And so everything's going to be burning. It's going to be burning for a ton of damage. And that all that damage amplification, everything, it's going to be applied to the Twice as Hot proc. And it also makes it so, like, say you just like barely tap somebody with a phaser beam across the map, like a straggler, and you can't kill them. You can go and use all of your other abilities, including melee, and it will all trigger Twice as Hot. So it's really useful. It's really, really useful. And I guarantee you, I think, who is in the chat? Lethal Llama. Yeah, like, he knows. Twice as Hot, like, legit, it'll be your highest damage source. Like, the mod will be your highest damage source. It's that good. And right now, because I don't have that mod, Untamed Power can sometimes be your highest damage source as well. It just kind of depends. But even with that mid-tree build, it's super easy to just go toss on any old Akari piece. It's not like a gatekeeper build, so to speak, like like this one is, where you need to have certain things. What happens if I go over here and hit these guys instead, huh? If I go, oops. You know what I mean? Or do I have to kill a certain amount of people before these guys even spawn? Oh, that's what it is. Interesting. Well, a little bit slower, but you gotta do it for science. That's why we test, you know? Wanted to ask, is it better to do Hunts or Expo for that last chess piece? Expeditions. Expeditions all day, dude. I don't even... from what everybody has told me and from what I have tested myself, it is not even possible to get the Akari chess piece from the hunts. My biggest farming suggestion to everybody is to get to CT15 as fast as possible. That's why I'm making those budget builds so everybody can get there. And then farm until your eyes bleed. And then get all your legendaries that way. It's, you know, it's a night and day difference. Like the legendary drop rates at CT15, despite what 90% of like the Reddit posts are telling you, is CT15 farming is solid. It really is. Hunt farming is not solid. Unless you really need like some starter tier 3 mods like Captain Hunter or something like that. You just want to go and put your nose to the grindstone. You can grind up to CT15 and just tier 1s and tier 2s. And you'll have a grand old time once you actually hit CT15 and you can make those fun builds that everybody else is making. You know? But it's like, I know that not everybody can just no-life the game like I am. So, those budget builds, they work. They really friggin' work. And we're not clearing out this room quickly, unfortunately. It's okay, though. If we can get this overheat on some people, this will probably kill. Yeah. Okay. Good to know. Been doing it for a week. Hey, bro. Samesies, man. Samesies. I did that for... Like, this was literally... This character was the only class that I did anything outside of challenge tiers for. Anything. It was because, you know, on my Techno, I already had all the legendary guns I wanted. I already had all the other generic legendary tier 3 stuff. I just need the Akari stuff. And I said, alright, let's give hunts the good old college try. And it slapped me right in the butt. Totally useless. It's a real not fun experience.
Yeah, that matches our blueprints for the plant. The elevator should lead to the heart of the facility.
5% of the players at CT15? Really? Oh, dang it. I forgot to hit the stupid door again. Whatever. Wouldn't surprise me if 5% of players at CT15. To get to CT15, what build do you recommend? I'm a pyro stuck at CT13 because I don't have the Akari set. I have Trickster already at CT15, but I think you need to gold to reach 14, 15. I don't know what to do. Elias, what's up, bro? Today is your lucky day, my friend. And I'm not saying this just to shill my own shit. But in the description and in the pinned comments or on my channel, whatever way you want to look at it, you can go and just look at the budget Pyromancer build. I guarantee you, if you just follow it, you'll hit CT15. No problem. Zero problem at all. Promise you. And when you do, come on back here and tell me that I was right. I promise you it will work. You don't need the Akari set. The Akari set obviously amplifies your damage when you get into late game. But until you get it, run that budget build, and I promise you it'll work for you. And even when you get the Akari set, if you don't get the pieces that you need for the overheat build, just slap on the 3-piece Akari for the, what do you call it? Slap on the 3-piece Akari for the set bonus, and keep running the budget build, and you'll cruise through CT15s, and you will not be anywhere close to dying. Guarantee you. And Chris Ball, same thing for you, broski. Do I need gold to reach 1450? You only need gold to get from 14 to 15. You only need to get gold once in order to climb up. Everything before that, you just need silver. But going to unlock CT15, you need to get gold. Unfortunately not a sub 6, which was expected, but close enough. June cartoons, straight up, dude. Master consumer. Gotta have it.
Outrider detected. Access granted.
Nice, dude. Chris, I'm telling you. You can, if someone tells you that they can't climb because they don't have legendaries or they don't have tier 3s, you can fucking send them right here. No problemo. I feel like most people have issues because they don't upgrade average gear level. Well, yeah, I mean, I feel like some people just, you know, it's a tough situation, right? Because I think it's compounded by the fact, by how PCF originally handled some of the nerfs and everything. You know, people get in their head when they hear about like an OP build that like that is the only way to do things. You know? And when they made those nerfs, which I think, you know, some of it was justified. It made it so the people that were already struggling had something else to blame instead of going looking at the stat menu and stuff, you know? And the game is not like a particularly easy game to just pick up. Like, you got to learn some of the systems, you got to learn some of the things. But the thing is, once you climb to CT15 and you understand like what you need, like the basics and stuff, you realize how much easier it is. Right?
I got something I need a hand
Nice, Beast, nice.
Bandits have taken the road between Trench and Dead
But it's like that, you know, some people just need a little push. Some people aren't used to like the amount of theory crafting or stuff that goes into some of these games, or like min-maxing and stuff like that. And they hit these walls, and then they see these posts on Reddit that are just saying, oh, you know, like the only reason why I'm not doing this is because Vulnerable got nerfed or Blighted Rounds got nerfed. And it's like, no, you maybe the build you're not running, maybe the build you're running isn't super optimal, you know, like just post what you're. That's why I always ask, like, hey, okay, you're stuck, like, what is your build? And let's like figure out what's missing from it. You know what I mean? Like some people think they're running optimal stuff, and the reality is they're not. You know? And then once you point them in the right direction, then they're like, hey, all of a sudden, that's why I love to hear the progress stuff, because it's like they go from having no idea and being stuck to like, oh, I just need to change this one thing. And changing the one thing made them get to CT15, and now they're not going to quit the game, and now they're not going to make, you know, rage posts and stuff like that. And that's not to say there isn't stuff wrong with the game. I'm just saying, like, in terms of climbing, there's a big stigma that you need to have tier 3. You gotta have legendaries. You gotta have this. And I think that puts a lot of people off, too. That's why we gotta get people unstuck. More people to play with. Why did I do that? That was bad. I fucked that up so bad. Dude, my gut, like, every single time I run this, like, you're trying to optimize your cooldowns, right? And 99% of the time, you say, Heat Wave before you Ash Blast. And then there's that little pixie that sits on your shoulder that says, hey, if you Ash Blast first, you might be able to get your Heat Waves off in time. And it never happens. And then your run is wasted. Like that. That was good, Adam. Stupid. Stuck on CT12, and my problem is gear upgrade, so I'm grinding CT11 golds. See, I would just go and grind CT12. I mean, people can do, you can do whatever you want. Whatever's going to get you there, you know, whatever's going to push you to actually, you know, be able to climb. The goal is just keep making progress. If you find a build that, like, is remotely working, then just do whatever you got to do to keep farming, getting those materials. But if your average gear is a problem, the, you know, trying to push as far as you possibly can into CT12 is going to get you those higher level gear pieces. What the heck was that? I just got nuked out of my brainstem. Well, that's going to hurt my DPS on him quite a bit. Basically just ate shit there. Owie. Well, there goes our sub 4. Oh well. And maybe we can still get it. Nope. Tried. We tried. $405. Meh. Meh, meh, meh. Hey, thank you for the follow, Grim Reaper Bon. Appreciate it, man. Or Grim Reaper Ban.
Colin, the bandit leader's taken care care of. Your path
I don't know
is
which
clear.
one. I don't know if you're a Seven Deadly Sins fan or if you're a banned Grim Reaper. I'm not sure, but appreciate the follow, broski. Those Twitch follows are very friendly and very appreciated. Question, I have the Wicker. I was wondering, would I keep Shadow Comet or put the mod that will set enemies on fire for the healing? Shadow Comet. In my opinion. So what I was running before, just with the... Like, I don't think Wicker in particular is that great. But because I'm doing this overheat build where Master Consumer is, you know, doing more damage if something's burned and ashed, I kind of was trying to cheat it a little bit by putting Wicker on and just using it as a Shadow Comet buffer, but also being able to apply Ash in between Ash Blast cooldowns. And it's not bad. But what you also have to remember is that Pyro isn't healing based off of people burning. It's based off of people that are hit by your abilities. Right? So it doesn't matter if you light something on fire with your weapon. It's not going to provide you healing unless you hit it with an ability. Hope that clears that up for you. Hope it clears that up for you. Common misconception. See? Healing mechanic. As the Pyromancer, you recover health whenever enemies marked by your skills are killed. Oh my gosh, my dog is such a freak. Someone is vacuuming like... Actually, they might be mowing the lawn outside. I think he thinks it's a vacuum and he's freaking out. But he's cute, so we'll let him hang around. Hey, no problem, Chris. Man, we got so many people in the chat today. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. How many people we got in the Twitch chat? How many people we got in the Twitch chat? 7? Whew. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. 7 out of 37. I'll take it. Baby steps. It's all about the baby steps. It's all about the baby steps. Okay. So let's remember. I really don't know if this shotgun is worth it. I really don't. But it's pretty silly to run right now, so whatever. So we know with the Akari piece, depending on how many enemies we hit, we're going to get that ability power, anomaly power. So for this particular room, if we only hit one of these guys with a heat wave, it's not enough to kill the entire room with an Ash Blast. We know this to be true. We hold these truths to be self-evident. That's just the way of the land. It's just reality. We also know we gotta kill these guys in order to make that other wave of dudes proc. Now that they come... Ooh, that's a pretty quick one. God, it's really hard to... I always get to this lever at like 4... I'm pulling the lever at like 41 seconds. Hey, straight savage, TTV. Thank you for the follow, broski. Got nothing but love for the Twitch follows. Appreciate it, man. Whoops-a-daisy. We're getting hit by everything. Hit by everything. Nuke them through the wall. Let's go. That's a kill. Jump over the side accidentally. It was lonely in Twitch chat. Everyone was on YouTube. At least there's more of us now. Dude, straight, bro. Will budget pyro build work in co-op? I would imagine. No reason why it wouldn't. And you're providing damage amplification for your whole team. I don't play co-op, so... I mean, I can't say from experience, but... just from general game knowledge, I don't see why it would not. I would imagine that it would probably thrive in co-op, if anything. Co-op is about doing damage yourself and providing damage amplification for your team. If that's what your game is, then that build will help you out with that immensely. Yeah.
Damn it.
You know, like honestly, the weaker builds in co-op, at least from what I can see and what I can imagine, is like I think those bullet refunding, you know, infinite ammo builds like blighted rounds and twisted rounds, I think those are the ones that really seem to be struggling in co-op because of you know, the nature of the fact that they need to get kills in order to refresh those abilities. You know? And it's not always the case. Not at all. But it's definitely plays a factor. A lot of people are saying that their mods aren't giving them back their ammo and stuff. And I mean, maybe the mods are just bugged because of lag or whatever, but there's also a good possibility that you're just not getting those killing blows, and the problem is that those builds, if you lose blighted rounds on Techno, come on, son. Everybody's been there. It's like someone chopping off your left leg. Like, you're just useless. You're flopping around. Can't do anything. I think that's why you also see a lot of posts on Reddit that are like, hey, you know, why is my build not doing as much as these other people or whatever? Or like, you know, a Devastator saying, hey, I'm smashing these Technos, and it's like, yeah, it's because the Techno, like, they're probably losing their blighted rounds left and friggin' right and making themselves useless. Whereas Pyro, it's like, hey, just toss out some heat waves, toss out some burns, go and phaser blast a bunch of dudes. You know? Obviously just guessing, but that is what I would imagine the case to be, sir. Oh, come on. Just die, little varmint. There we go. Yeah, I see no reason why the budget build would have any issues in co-op. The only thing that remotely slows down the budget build is just the, you know, the bulkier elites. And even that, it's not, even then it's not that bad. So honestly, if you have a teammate that actually does, you know, better single target damage, it's probably, you know, probably make a pretty solid, solid little group there, yeah?